Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brandy and I'm the owner and creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique. Today we are going to be creating this super cute patchwork style morning mug. I will make sure that I list and link all of the products I used in the description box. Also, I am pleased to announce that I am an affiliate for Craft Craze. So if you guys are looking to save a little money on any of these patchwork designs, please feel free to utilize my code. With that being said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Huge thank you to all my mentorship members and my subscribers. I appreciate your guys' support. Let's jump right in. So here are the supplies and the glitters that I'm going to be using. I have the UV DTFs and vinyls from Craft Craze. This set is the Floral Blush Doodle set. The great part about this is that Tammy creates these sets to match together to create this patchwork theme. She's got so many designs, but this is the one that I chose because April is spring, it's Easter, so I figured for the sake of a theme that isn't an Easter theme, but isn't a spring theme, we were gonna kind of mix and match those light colors as well as florals, different patterns. That way we have got a beautiful spring cup. Now, I have sanded and spray painted this with just Rust-Oleum Right spray paint, and now I'm using my striping tape to seal off the top. Now, hindsight, I would have done this before I spray painted. That way I had my stainless steels up at the top ready to go. But this was the first time trying this particular method, which I am obsessed with. And you guys will see me use it a lot in future videos, but this helps block off that stainless steel that we are going to need in the beginning. Now, for this particular cup, I drew up a mock-up. So to the right, you'll actually see the mock-up I did on the cup. I have the height and the width for my possible concept, and then I started measuring out different areas. I didn't use the specific measurements, but it came pretty darn close. I knew which squares were going where and how they measured out, as well as how big I wanted my glitter sections to be. So mapping this out, like you see that little paper to the right, was very, very helpful. And you'll actually see me use it in a future design that is similar to patchwork, but it's actually a little different, but it's super fun. I can't wait to get that one out to you guys in May. Now, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep placing the different vinyls just to kind of get an idea of where I want things to go. And then I will meet you guys in the next step. Okay, now that we've got everything sectioned off, it is time to start painting and glittering. Now, in this particular video, I only did one coat of paint. I mixed it with Mod Podge, with the exception of my Colorflex paint. And I'm using the Craft Mart's Coral and Grape Taffy for the orange and purple, and I'm using Colorflex Mint for the green section. Now, hindsight, what I will tell you is I should have done 2 base layers of paint. That definitely would have helped with the coverage of the glitters that I chose, and I may not have had to go in and add a second layer of glitter. But I did add a second layer of glitter to all of the colors. I didn't want there to be big patches or missing marks with the glitters. Now, the glitters that I'm using for the green, I went with Peachy Olive Glitters Dirty Martini. And for the peach color, I went with PDB's Real Peach. And for the purple, I went with PDB's Gumdrop. Again, I just coordinated these colors with some of the colors in the vinyl that I thought were really, really pretty and would just bring that spring vibe to the cup. Now, once I have all of that on, I let it dry and I applied 2 coats of epoxy. And now we're ready to move to the next step. I am cleaning off the rim of my cup. I typically don't show this in my tutorials, but I typically try to clean any epoxy off in between every layer of epoxy that I do. I'm also giving this a really good sand using my hand sander. This way, the doodle lines and the UV DTFs that we are going to add as accents are going to have a nice smooth surface to adhere to. Okay, time for the fun part, the doodle lines. You guys, this is really what kind of brings this patchwork idea all together, are these doodle lines. I think the hardest part was picking out which ones I liked the best. But once I had them sorted out, I then began to outline each little section. So you'll see here, I start with the green and I go all the way down, and then I outline the other side, and so forth and so on. There's really no rhyme or reason. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just want to do what you feel looks best. Now, I also went back and did the top rim and the bottom rim. I am not certain that I would do that again. Mainly because there's a lot of wear and tear that happens on those edges, and in the final result I had to go in with a Sharpie in some areas to fix some hiccups where you can see that I sanded a little too roughly. So I'm not sure that I would go that route again, but it is an idea that you guys can do. Like I said, there's really no right or wrong way to apply your doodle lines. It's really about finding the ones that you like the best, outlining the different sections with those, and that's what really gives it this patchwork look. So I'm going to get all of these doodle lines on here, and then we're going to go on to our next steps, which are kind of filling in with these UV DTF decals that are so incredibly cute. I tried to find ones that are like, oh yeah, this will work really, really well here, or this helps tie it in here. And you'll see I go back and forth with a couple of these, but I settled on 2 sets of bundled flowers, and then like this wooden lantern. Gosh, it's so pretty. It just reminds me of something that would be in like a garden. But that's what I settled on for my UV DTF decals. And then from there, you guys, I was pretty much finished. I just have the glitter butt to do, which I will show you guys here in the next steps. Okay, so now we've got our coats of epoxy on. I am just rebase painting the white portion of the cup. Now, what I'll tell you is I didn't like the coverage and it didn't look super amazing. So I did go back in and I just spray painted that. Something to help in the future is if you know the color scheme that you're doing, I would do your glitter butt first and then go into your designing. But that is not what happened here. So I did take it out, spray paint the bottom, and then we came back with my UV DTF. I'm using Gumdrop and Real Peach for the glitter booty, and I'm just mixing that in, and we are going to fill in the bottom cavities. Now the first one is this very thin outer rim. We're going to be using Gumdrop there, and then we're going to use our UV light to cure that, and then we're going to move on to the middle and do the Real Peach portion. Once you guys have your glitter butt done, if you choose to do that, or if you're just going to leave it open or finish off your bottom differently, you guys, you're pretty much done. I will tell you this, by far, I am obsessed. I loved doing this design, so much so that I just kept at it. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to be finished in time to post the video. But I will tell you, it is March 3rd when I'm doing this voiceover. So we are way ahead of the first Saturday in April for this to come out. But it was so much fun. I absolutely love the UTDTFs that Tammy has over at Craft Craze. She is just so creative. I just absolutely love her and her company. It's been really fun to utilize her designs, interact with her, and just create some really fun things. So I would highly recommend head over there. I've got it linked in the description below, but head over there, check out some of her UV DTFs. She's got vinyls. Again, if you're wanting to give the Patchwork a go, because this is definitely a theme going into this spring and summer, she has got entire sets for you that you can utilize that are so great. But you guys, that is, I don't know, that is really it. I am adding some gold flake foil This was to help camouflage some of the areas on the bottom that I didn't like too much. Hindsight, I probably wouldn't do it this way again, or I would have used a smaller brush to create this effect at the bottom, but I'm using Southern Belle foil glue, and then we're just going to use some of these gold foil flakes, smudge them all over. You guys, that's a wrap for this cup. I absolutely love it. I would love to know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything that you would have done differently to have made this a little bit easier. Also, if you guys are going to recreate this design, I would love to see pictures. But with that, I'm going to let the rest of this play through. I want to, again, thank you all so incredibly much for following. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hype this video up. And of course, I'd love to connect with you on all my social medias. So those will be posted at the end of this video as well. And you guys, that's it until next time. Okay, bye now.